Socrates, the greatest philosopher in history, never wrote a single word, yet he changed the world with his wisdom. Imagine that, leaving your mark on the cosmos without even leaving a single inscription. His ideas, passed down through generations, still resonate with us today. In this video, we will unveil 10 timeless pieces of wisdom from this brilliant philosopher that could transform your way of thinking and your life forever. So prepare to engage in some serious Socratic dialogue with yourself. Our journey begins with a paradox. Socrates famously said, "True wisdom is knowing that you know nothing." He wasn't suggesting we abandon the pursuit of knowledge. He was saying that true wisdom begins with humility, with acknowledging the vastness of what we don't know. The universe is a pretty big place, filled with mysteries that would make our heads spin faster than a black hole. For every question we answer, a dozen more pop up, reminding us just how much we have left to discover. It's the unknown that drives us to explore, to push the boundaries of human understanding. So embrace your ignorance, my friends, because it's in those moments of intellectual humility, when we acknowledge the limits of our own knowledge, that we open ourselves up to the possibility of true wisdom. Speak so that I may see you. This quote from Socrates highlights the profound connection between our words and our inner selves. It's a reminder that language is more than just a tool for communication. It's a window into our thoughts, beliefs, and values. Think about the people you admire most. Chances are they're not just brilliant thinkers or accomplished doers, they're also gifted communicators. They know how to articulate their ideas clearly and persuasively, but more importantly, they use language in a way that reflects their character. Their words are infused with kindness, empathy, and a genuine desire to connect with others. So the next time you open your mouth to speak, take a moment to consider the message you're sending. Remember, your words have power. Use them wisely. An unexamined life is not worth living. This is perhaps Socrates' most famous quote, and it's a real gut punch, isn't it? It challenges us to confront the possibility that we might be sleepwalking through our lives, going through the motions without ever stopping to ask the big questions. Why are we here? What is our purpose? What kind of life do we want to live? But here's the thing. Confronting these big questions doesn't have to be a terrifying experience. In fact, it can be incredibly liberating. If you don't take the time to examine your life, to figure out what truly matters to you, then you're essentially letting other people dictate your path. But here's the good news. You have the power to choose differently. You can choose to live a life that's true to yourself, a life filled with purpose and meaning, but it all starts with self-reflection. Know thyself. This simple yet profound statement is inscribed on the temple of Apollo at Delphi, and it's a cornerstone of Socratic philosophy. It's a call to embark on a journey of self-discovery, to explore the depths of our own minds and hearts in order to understand who we truly are. Now, you might be thinking, Neil, I've got a pretty good handle on who I am, and that's great. But self-knowledge goes deeper than our surface-level preferences and quirks. It's about understanding our values, our motivations, our strengths, and our weaknesses. It's about recognizing the patterns in our thoughts and behaviors, the things that hold us back and the things that propel us forward. This journey of self-discovery isn't always easy, but it's an essential part of personal growth. The secret to happiness is not in seeking more, but in developing the ability to enjoy less. In our modern world, we're constantly bombarded with messages telling us that happiness is just around the corner. If only we had a bigger house, a fancier car, or more followers on social media. But Socrates reminds us that true happiness isn't about accumulating more stuff. It's about appreciating what we already have. It's about finding joy in the simple things, the everyday moments that often go unnoticed in our relentless pursuit of more. These are the moments that make up a life well lived, the moments that bring us true contentment and joy. And they're available to us right now in this very moment. Be as you wish to seem. Now, this isn't about putting on a fake persona or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about aligning our actions with our values, about living in a way that reflects the kind of person we aspire to be. Think about the qualities you admire in others. Kindness, compassion, integrity, courage. These qualities aren't just innate traits. They're cultivated through conscious effort and consistent action. So if you want to be seen as a kind person, then act with kindness. If you want to be known for your integrity, then live with integrity, because it's our actions, far more than our words, that reveal our true character. And when we strive to live in alignment with our values, we start to attract people into our lives who share those same values. Ignorance is the true evil. Now, this statement from Socrates might seem a bit extreme at first glance. After all, aren't there plenty of evil deeds committed by people who are intelligent, even well-educated? Of course, but Socrates isn't just talking about a lack of factual knowledge. He's talking about a lack of self-awareness, a lack of empathy, a lack of understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. Many of the world's greatest problems, war, poverty, injustice, stem from a fundamental misunderstanding of ourselves and our place in the world. But here's the good news: ignorance is not a life sentence. It's a condition that can be overcome through education, through critical thinking, through open-mindedness, and through a willingness to challenge our own assumptions. Because it's through knowledge, understanding, and empathy that we can overcome the darkness of ignorance and create a more just and compassionate world. Change comes from within. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, it's tempting to focus on changing external circumstances. We might wish for a different job, a bigger bank account, or a more loving partner. And while there's nothing wrong with wanting those things, Socrates reminds us that true and lasting change begins with ourselves. If you want to see more kindness in the world, start by being kinder yourself. If you want to experience more love, start by cultivating love within yourself. If you want to live in a more peaceful world, start by finding peace within your own heart. And when we focus on transforming ourselves, we become powerful agents of change in the world. Patience is the key to everything. We live in a world obsessed with instant gratification. We want everything now and we want it fast. But Socrates reminds us that some things, the most important things, take time. A seed doesn't sprout into a mighty oak overnight. It takes years, even decades, of patient nurturing for it to reach its full potential. Whether we're striving to master a new skill, build a successful career, or cultivate a loving relationship, patience is essential. True growth takes time, and the most rewarding journeys are often the ones that require the most patience. A strong soul does not fear death. Now, this final piece of wisdom from Socrates is a bit of a doozy. It's easy to talk about facing death with courage when you're not staring it in the face. But Socrates, even when he was sentenced to death by poison, faced his fate with remarkable composure. He believed that a life lived in pursuit of truth, justice, and virtue was a life well lived, regardless of its duration. He understood that death is a natural part of life, and that fearing it only robs us of the joy and wonder of the present moment. And when we let go of our fear of death, we free ourselves to live more fully in the present moment. These were 10 timeless wisdoms from the greatest philosopher, Socrates. From the importance of self-knowledge to the transformative power of patience, his insights continue to inspire and challenge us centuries later. Which one impacted you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring wisdom.